completed her MBA as well as her bachelor's degree in science as such. She has completed her MBA from Manage, which is from Ministry of HRD. She is currently a faculty with almost 12 years or 13 years of experience in teaching experience at BBA, MBA level in B schools of Bangalore. She has 3 years of corporate experience, having worked in companies like Marico and ACS Xerox in the areas of customer care, sales, and marketing. Her research interests are digital marketing, branding, CSR, sustainability areas, and allied areas as such. She has written journal articles. She has written a lot of research articles and journal articles, and is an editor of review and also a reviewer for an academic journal. She has avid interest in sports and events and has served as a mentor of marketing and Rotaract Club. Now, this is a brief introduction about the speaker today, whom we are going to listen to. Before that, I will just call the assistant dean, Dr. Lathangi, and Sunil sir, who is the campus in charge, to share a few words. Lathangi, ma'am.
Yeah. Good afternoon, students. So I hope you're all looking forward to have a very good interactive session. As I know, I understand that you are all from varied backgrounds, from 12th, a few of you, and many of you are from the degree background. So what is your next target in life? That is very important and essential as a student. So we have come forward with the thought process of, helping you students to go forward in a positive way to develop your interests accordingly. So I think this PPT will help you to think further in the area of your own interest and understand where your possible strengths are through this. So over to you, Sunil sir, for some more.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening on the dignitaries here and the staff members, coordinators, students, and also the listeners who wanted to join MBA and BBA course. This is really a pleasureful moment for us sir has already explained about Dr. Jayshanti. Madam, she is a versatile personality. She is into sports, she is into academics, she is into journals. So she has done many of the things, and also she is specialized in customer service, and she has served industry for UK and US industries also, for the customers also. And it's our pleasure to have her on our board. So the thing is, what will shape the managers of the future is the topic what Madam has designed it on her own. This is not just to say something or some word or something, some theory no session. No, she has made a thought process. She has made this complete exercise. She worked on it, and she brought all her experience into this, and she wanted to share certain things to you people, which is very, very important. You cannot buy all these things. You can only experience this, and when you travel with us, with these kind of faculty members, you feel that you are flying away, like flying up. That's the reason we always again we welcome to Amity Bangalore here, Amity Global Business School, Bangalore. So please go through this session, make a note of this, and we also open for question answer after a few minutes, so that we can discuss, we can ask questions. We are here to help you, and we have others. We have a counselors also. We have a admission officer also who can help you in connecting you to our Amity Bangalore. Okay, so all the best students, make best use of this, and I hand over this session to Dr. Jayshanti. Madam, it's all for you now today, so you can go ahead.
Thank you, Sunil sir. Warm welcome to all the students who have logged in today, to all our faculty from Amity Bangalore, and Latangi ma'am, our dean. So it's a pleasure to welcome you all. Like sir said, see, as an academician, it is our responsibility to not only tell about our college, definitely we want to tell about how we are different in the Bangalore market and how we are impacting education in Karnataka. But we also want to, explain about what your career should be, what is the business world looking like. So this is the point on which we have created this presentation. We want to create some awareness about management education, because sir and the faculty will agree that we get a lot of questions from students as to who should opt for a business school and what is good in the management education. So I hope that we are able to clear all your doubts regarding management education, because that is always our USP at Amity Education Group. It is our unique proposition that we want to create managers for the future. And that's how this topic comes into the picture. What will shape the managers of the future? So, of course, you can tell me that the future is uncertain. Definitely, it is uncertain. Even if we are going to invest in a stock market, things look very uncertain, right? So, but then how do we invest? We invest based on some kind of analysis, some kind of feedback that we take from people. So that's what we are trying to help you out today. So let me quickly start the presentation of what we want to tell to you. I will be asking few questions as I go in the presentation. You can interact with me. You can stop me wherever required if you have a doubt. So probably 10 to 15 minutes, I will share the presentation, and after that we can have our Q&A. So the slide is taking a bit of this one to load. Okay, anyway, you can see our logo on the, and it is AGBS Bangalore. So Amity has B schools, business schools across India. So this is the Bangalore one. We have centers across India, pan India. So what is going to be our agenda today? So the agenda is going to be, one second, sir, I just need 1 minute for the slides. 1 second. Just give me a minute. Sunil sir, can you just tell about Amity Group 2 minutes? I just want to reload the slides, please.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually playing. Agenda is coming. So agenda is there. What does? Fine. Okay, fine. So friends, we are located at Koramangala, it's a business hub of Bangalore. Amity Global Business School. We only deal management course here. The management course is very, very important for any student, any kind of graduates or any master graduates. A lot of doctors are approaching us to do MBA now. There are a lot of other pharmacists, or if you take the scientists, so they are all approaching to do MBA today. The reason behind all these things is the management all about. So management is just, it's just a managing, not only. Yeah. Hello. Okay, I think we have to mute a person here. I think
kindly do mute yourself. Those who are participants, kindly mute yourself, please.
We can mute. You can mute. So you can see. So here, why management is important, I'm going to tell. So management is the key for any kind of professionals to, for any kind of profession to pursue. Okay, so there are a lot of engineers who does MBA, and they are managing, they are building the career, they are working at a very high level in the corporates today. There are a lot of BCom students who thought, okay, to do what to do next. So should I do MBA or should I do MCOM, and all there's to think a lot of things. And at the end, where they'll step in, very few will step into the MBA and they can make their future bright. Okay, we have seen many students are growing at a very fast level, even in some of the software companies, MNC companies. A BCom who did MBA are grown and working as a CEO level today, or a product manager position today. This is just because of they did the MBA, that management. Okay, so I will keep telling you what is management. Before telling this, I'm just giving you the examples what it is happening. Okay, a lot of students who did BBA and BBM earlier. So they used to think, okay, I will do MBA, it is very easy. But even after BBA and MBA, they get such a kind of position. They never thought about it, and they will very fast, very soon, within 3-4 years or 5 years, they get into such a high position in management, like managing a HR team, or managing entire the state or the nation, or one of the area territories. So these are all the contribution, means these are responsibility what they get, and their contributions are at par or beyond their colleagues when they compared with other who have not done MBA. So MBA is, or management course, is the key for turning your life or career or profession into success. Okay, so don't miss this. I hope Dr. Shanti Madam will definitely put forward a lot of thought process, the information here. So Madam, are you okay with this? Now can we continue?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So like I said, I was a student like you. I'm a BSc student, and MBA has really helped me to do wonders in the corporate world. And today what you see me is because I've been able to take over the management education and take my learnings from management education. So I welcome you all again for the webinar on what will shape the managers of the futures. So what is going to be the agenda for today? If you can see, these are the 3 points that we are going to go through. What does the future hold in terms of business and careers? So as a student, I should be concerned, and there is a concern that, what is the future going to be? If I want to be into the management education, if I want to be into a good B school like Amity and so on. So what is this future? Can I actually get into this future of management education? So we will help you out with some of the data that we have collected from various sources. The second agenda today is what are going to be the expectations from a future manager. So if a B school, a business school is going to help me in getting my BBA or MBA, what are going to be my expectations once I become a student and once I'm ready to be into the corporate. So that's what we do at Amity. We take the raw material like our students, we take them raw, and then we polish them through various skills so that they can do a very good job in the corporate sector. And the third agenda for today is what role does Amity have to play in management education? So what are we doing? We are connecting these 3 points. The first one is the business and careers in management, the corporate sector, what are the expectations from the person, and how does Amity get in? So before we get on further with the business education and management education, I definitely would want to speak about Amity Group. So if you can see here, Amity Business School has been ranked among the top 10 B schools by a B school survey. So there is a survey that is conducted, and we are among the top 10 pan India. Amity Education Group is trusted by over more than 1 lakh students, not only in India. So everyone knows here, our faculty and group, that we are present not only in India, but we are present across also. So we have options of study abroad where student can go to outside of India and pursue the management education. And we also take pride in taking the business management ahead. We have a legacy of excellence in business management education, which means that we are very good at training business people. At the same time, the university that we are affiliated with is Amity University, and it is ranked among the top universities globally. So if and when you want to study at Amity, there are close to 9 universities across India. We have more than 150 institutions. We have more than 300 programs, which means that B School, we offer the business education, but other centers we offer other programs also, and so on. So these are some of the things we do. Let me start. Let me start by a quote that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So until and unless I don't dream, how do I get into the future? So that's something that I want the students here to think about, that future is not that it'll just come out of the way and that's my future. No. I dream about it. I dream about, like, when I was a student, I dreamt about being in the corporate, being in the marketing field, which I'm very good at. And so the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So if this question is there, then of course you should feel that what is this future like? So what I'm going to do now is play some videos relating to future roles. So once we come back, you can take a note of some of the future roles that I'm going to present now. You can post on the chat. You can tell me that what is it you like, what is it you didn't like. So let me go ahead and play that video for you. Okay, so the video is called, Sunil sir, let me know if you can, it's called Growing Industries of the Future. Sunil sir, let me know if you can hear the volume, please.
We are not able to hear the volume.
Okay, sir.
Everybody have a good week.
Sunil sir?
14 growing industries of the future. In the past few years, the leaps being made in our entire global economic system are quicker and larger than ever. Not many economists or tech experts can answer with confidence how they envision the economy 20 years from today.
I did say a few years, didn't I?
As new technologies are prevailing, new horizons are being tapped, and new industries are being shaped that we never thought of until recently. Being able to forecast these changes will be the most critical factor in your decision to pursue a certain career or invest in one industry or the other. That's why we thought we should imagine together which way the ship is sailing. So, here are 14 growing industries of the future. And making it to our mobile phones, then our video game consoles. And today we're heading in a path where we won't need to say, I'm on the internet any longer.
I did not see that coming.
Almost everything we use, both indoors and outdoors, will be on the internet, from our fridges and washing machines to our power supply and home security systems. That's why knowledge of networks, data communication, and software will be skills that are needed in pretty much every single industry out there. Manufacturing, construction, and service industries will be on a constant search for new internet-based mechanisms to incorporate all of the things.
Internet, so helpful.
Number 2, Artificial intelligence. Google studies our behavior. Facebook learns our preferences. We ask Siri to find us near places to eat. And we let Amazon guide us through the vast aisles of the digital market. Ever since the machines began acquiring knowledge of their own, they have taken huge leaps towards developing a real humanly consciousness. Today, we're on the verge of an era where we will move around in self-driving cars, work alongside robots, and read books or thanks to the Internet of Things, more and more data related to our behavior will be collected, and the machines will have infinitely more material to learn from. Don't forget that artificial intelligence is not only a field that is exclusive to the computer scientists. We're talking about creating brains like ours, and potentially ones that will even be way more powerful than ours. They will live with, talk to, and affect us. That makes the field as much a field of interest for computer scientists as we've already talked about two industries that will make our entire existence more and more dependent on computer systems. That's why the cybersecurity industry is our 15 years ago, exactly in 2003, the US-founded Human Genome Project, which had begun in 1990, was finally capable of sequencing and mapping the human genetic code. This project cost $3 billion. If the players like Bill Gates and Google adapt our bodies to the sky, worth more than $20 billion, more and more affordable in the same way we just mentioned with genomics. In the near past, there were times when drones were only novelty items that most of us only associated with war and bomb dropping.
The missile was just a precaution.
Today, drones are already becoming central to everyday non-military tasks like photography, journalism, and like Amazon's use of them for delivery. The future is all for drones, though, and they will become used in everything from agriculture to delivering emergency aid for victims of heart attacks. As they keep on gaining some intelligence of their own, as they already are, it won't be long before law enforcement agencies start using them for patrol. Manufacturing plants have been including robots in their workforce. Now we have Sophia, the Saudi Arabian humanoid that was the first robot to acquire a national citizenship. And there are robots that are entertaining the seniors in retirement homes in Japan. Very soon, we'll be having robots as our friends, co-workers, and in-house assistants.
Blood on my mat. Handle it.
That's why we now have robot relationship researchers to decide certain situations and environments without the costs and risks of the same experience in real life opens up a goldmine of potential applications that we could or could not imagine at the moment. The technology, and that's only the tip of a massive.
Okay, so like this, there are so many industries, and if this list goes on and on. So I have just written some of them, and probably I'll post the question now that which of these industries you feel is being liked by you, or you want to be in that industry. I can just tell again what was there in the video. So there was IoT, Internet of Things, there was artificial intelligence, there was virtual reality, there was drones, there was robotics, and there was cyber security. One of the thing which is still in the video is blockchain. So if some of you can tell me that which fields look good to you, and if some of you can raise your hand or you want to speak about it, you can just tell me that which of the fields are good to you. Any of the students want to address? Sunil sir, you have any favorite relating to industry of the future?
Very much actually. Industry of future is all about the artificial intelligence is the must, and beyond it there is a future, maybe a time machine, something like may come tomorrow. We don't know. Okay, the formation of the body or the biological body to that maybe the static body. So it did the transformation from static body to biological body. So there are a lot of elements may get transferred to our body. We can get to know so many things. There are a lot of research going on nowadays. So we don't know. I'm very much interested in these ideas, and it's only again and again I'm telling you, these scientists may be very, very good, but managing this requires a management skill.
Sanika is raising her hands.
Yes, sir.
Vipin sir, can you please ask the student to speak?
Yes, Sanika, go ahead.
Sanika,
Sanika,
unmute
would you
yourself
like-
and speak.
Yeah, there is Snehal Raj. You can speak. Snehal Raj, you can unmute.
Yes. So yeah, I feel artificial intelligence is the most growing industries of the future, because wherever we see, we find artificial intelligence. If you want to order food, artificial intelligence. For everything, it's being used. So it's a growing industry. And the next one is virtual reality. In this pandemic situation, everything is virtual nowadays. So now we are attending this webinar virtually, and attending online classes virtually. Everything is virtual nowadays. So it will have a huge scope in future, I feel.
Excellent, Snehal. So, it's as simple as you asking Siri, which is the closest restaurant? Siri, which movie theater is closest to me? So yes, artificial intelligence is making things very easy for us. And just like Sunil sir said just now, for all these industries, you need, even though it's a techno field, it's a technology field, you will need some kind of a management education to be in that field and apply that strategies in that industry. So that is how management education connects you to artificial intelligence. It connects you to virtual reality. So like Amazon does virtual reality, right? If you are going for a cashless kind of a transaction inside a inside an Amazon warehouse or in an Amazon retail shop, we are using technology. So that's how these industries of the future. So what I'm trying to tell is industries of the future are going to be very technology oriented, and we will need some kind of management techniques. So let us say that, what is it we do in Amity different, so that you can have awareness around all these technology aspects. If you also see a Gartner study, which I'm going to show you in my slide, 70% of the jobs are going to be driven by technology. And at Amity, my faculty will agree that we have a techno course at all semesters. Starting from the beginning, we have awareness. My IT professor is also here, Professor Karthikeyan, so he will also agree that our ability to make our students close to technology, because this is something we are going to use in the corporate, so they are going to use technology. So that's what we do at Amity, getting you closer to technology. So let me progress with the presentation further.
Ma'am, if I can take that, just for Snehal, for just 2 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Snehal,
sir. Some more people are there while I.
Yeah, Snehal, the other thing which you can see is that earlier nobody thought that biology and technology will combine. Did you see? Did you think about that? Now biotechnology is there. There are doctors who are learning technology, reskilling themselves with technology, and machines are doing surgeries. Okay, so these are things which technology has come into every field, and to manage these things there should be human interference. There should be things which, if something is going on, okay, the benchmark for humans is something which is not perfect, but you can anyway use techniques like Six Sigma and others and call it the quality of the management can be done well. So the thing is that you can't run away from technology, and that is the reason why many engineers are also coming for MBA degrees for their future growth, both personally and professionally. Thank you.
Yes,
sure,
sir. Definitely, the artificial intelligence cannot replace humans. That is true.
Yes, Nehal. So even if we are going to get into a fear, which is a debate that goes on, that will technology take away the jobs of people and so on? No. you will need people to manage this technology, and how do you manage? So that's how we get closer to closer to technology. So that's what we spoke about till now. We spoke about some of the industries that are going to become more relevant in the future. So few of them I listed, which is robotics, virtual reality. For example, I have another example that, in the you can be at home. Like I'm sitting right now in my in one of my study room, and what is the furniture that is going to look better in this room? So I can download an IKEA virtual reality VR app. IKEA has an app. You can see that once the video, and see that how you can, with the help of an app, you can make your study room so beautiful, and which furniture is going to look nice. So this is how we use technology for our benefit.
Ma'am, there is Sanika Raju Lathe. Yes, Sanika.
She just now spoke, sir. Snehal spoke. Yes, Sanika, would you like to add something?
Miss Sanika, you have raised your hand.
So you can also call out some of the names from the attendance. Some students may be a little shy, or
yeah, we'll proceed with the content, then we will take it next.
Yes,
I think.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So quickly, I'm moving on to. I just spoke about how the corporate is going to look and how the industry is going to be, and like most of us are telling here, that you will find managers everywhere. In a hospitality sector, in the hotel I go, if it is a shared economy like Airbnb, you will need managers. If it is a hospital and I want to manage manage the patient, then there is a patient systems, there is a CRM, customer relationship management software for hospitals. You have management there. You want to register for a vaccination of COVID, which is a government portal. Again, you need management education. So I'm just giving you examples. You look around and there is a management education everywhere. There is management field everywhere. It typically builds the kind of a strategic thinking and the creative thinking that you need in order to succeed in any industry. And we see that doctors, lawyers, doctors and lawyers and everybody is kind of specializing in management education, which is either 2 years of MBA or 3 years of BBA. Okay, so let me quickly show you some statistics in order to prove if really management education is so popular like we are saying. So there is a GMAT, Graduate Management Admission Council. This is the body which conducts GMAT, the GMAT test and so on. So they have taken a survey and they surveyed students, and they tried to find out that what is the reason that people want to join management education. So 50% of candidates report that there is going to be a skill gap between what they are currently doing and what industry they want to get in. So in order to fill that gap, 50% feel that I want to take up the management education. Then second one, 60% of MBA domestic candidates are willing to complete more than 30% of their program online due to COVID. So yes, again, the MBA, all the prominent B schools are offering MBA and BBA on an online platform, definitely due to the COVID, which is going to be here for a while. So again, this is the reason they want to do MBA. So in order to fill that skill gap and to enhance my career, to make my life more certain in the future, I want to take a management education. So this is one of the statistics by GMAT. While students were speaking about why they want to join management education, the second part was asked from the corporates. So the survey was done by corporates, with the corporates. Would you like to hire management graduates? So what did they respond? The response was so phenomenal. It is very good for all the management professors here, that 95% of the companies who were surveyed have told that they have confidence in B school graduates. So whether you are a BBA or an MBA, so they have confidence that B school graduates will remain strong in terms of economic uncertainty caused by COVID-19. So of course, the percentage is showing higher due to the COVID, but otherwise also recruiters come ahead and say that we want management graduates. So who are these management graduates? Management graduates are someone who have completed BBA and MBA. One more question was asked to these corporate recruiters. Why these corporate recruiters is here? Because they are the ones finally who are going to absorb our students, absorb you people into the industry. So that is how we want to do a survey. So GMAC again said that there are going to be 3 typical skills which we require from graduates, business graduates. So first one is strategic thinking. So strategic thinking is long term. It is something like you want to fit a strategy for the organization, how they can grow. Then second prominent skill that corporate people are saying is communication skills. Right now I have an idea and I'm able to communicate with you online and I'm able to put across what is good and so on. So communication skills. And then versatility. So versatility also means that if I'm a B school graduate, I should be good in finance, I should be good in HR, in marketing, because you will notice that, you know, when you actually do a job, it is going to be a mixture of all these fields. And at Amity, we ensure that, you know, you have a background and you have a polishing kind of a skills in all these fields. So some more data on why management education is good and so on. So I'll kind of skip that. And then again, if you see what are the top bachelor's degree in demand, you will find that business administration and all is here. Then again, there is a requirement for finance and accounting, which is one of the fields in business education. And there is MIS and there is marketing and so on. So these are all the fields that you will see in the corporates. In the master's degree also, you will see that MBA is again on the top. It's the requirement for master's degree by corporates. Okay. So do they qualify to be a leader of the future? So till now, what did we do? We spoke about corporates. We spoke about what is the requirement in the industry. We spoke about how Amity can help you to grow into a B school graduate and fit into some of these corporates. I want to show 2 examples and you can tell me a yes, no, you can type a chat. If you feel yes, you can raise your hand also. So I'm going to show you 2 people. So one of them is, can anyone recognize this manager? Can you raise your hand? And this business leader, one of the biggest group and from Indian origin. Students, anyone can guess?
I hope everyone knows about it. Yeah,
no, Vipin sir, it's not for you. It is for the students.
So I will give half of the answer. Half of the answer is that do they qualify to be a leader of the future? Yes. But then who is it? It is a top.
Who tells first is important. I know every one of you knows about it. Who tells first? Yeah.
So it's a top IT company.
Sanika is raising the hand or what?
No, it's Constant, sir. She has, I think.
CEO, sir.
Snehal? Yes, Snehal,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Google CEO.
Very good. Perfect. The company is correct. Yes. Thanks, Snehal.
Name.
So,
Can you name him?
Sundar Pichai.
Very good.
Perfectly right.
Perfect.
Good clap for you.
Snehal, would you like to talk about yourself, Snehal?
Sorry?
Would you like to say something about yourself to us?
No.
Okay. So that's a polite no. Very good. So going ahead, yes, this is Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, and I want to show another. So anybody who is the second leader?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yes. Interestingly, I have put put the write-up on the left itself. So sometimes we teachers give out some easy questions also. Yes, correct. So these are two of the leaders who have disrupted the world in terms of the corporations they had. So and definitely Mr. Sundar Pichai, he has a very good management grounding, and what I spoke of strategic thinking and creative thinking and so on, he has been able to place Google on the map of the world. So that's Sundar Pichai, and Elon Musk is an entrepreneur. So while I'm speaking about Elon Musk, and he's a CEO of SpaceX, and he is also known for his renewable cars in Tesla. Let me just go ahead and put across one more point, that at Amity, we not only want you to become Sundar Pichai of the world, or you know, the CEO of PepsiCo, Vipin sir, the one who was you know, the Indian origin.
Indira Nooyi.
Indra Nooyi, thank you. Yeah.
Indra Nooyi.
So yeah, Indra Nooyi. So while I am you know, telling about Sundar Pichai, I want to give an example of a female CEO also who is, you know, who is from IIM Ahmedabad, and she also has management education. So these are people who are you know, who have done very well in the business corporate. So at Amity, we not only you know, indulge you, or we not only train you to be into the corporates, but we also train you to be entrepreneurs. So that is the reason that Elon Musk is on the slide, that entrepreneurs are someone who can start their own business, and they can, you know, they can give jobs to everyone around them. So what are the examples of entrepreneurs, whether it is Airbnb or whether it is Zerodha? So these, so we train you. So at Amity, we have courses in entrepreneurship. You can work on your business plan. We, you know, you can vet it out with the faculty. So this is something that we do. So I did have a lot of you know, slides about skills and skill sets that can help you in the future, which includes analytical ability and communication, and you know, able to work in tough situations. So, and then there is something like a intellectual humility. So intellectual humility means that not only am I going to respect my own opinions, but I will also indulge and include the intellectual quotient of others also. So being a team member, being teamwork. So how do we do that at Amity? We place you in groups, we place you in teams where you can work together, either in a student club or in a class group. So this is something that we indulge you in, which is called intellectual humility. Yes. So finally, after all this background about, you know, all this background about corporates and what can you expect in the future for the industry, what is it that we are able to do at Amity Bangalore? What is the kind of teaching style? So teaching style, we call it pedagogy. So what is the teaching style we practice at Amity? So I can just show you some of these. So in the past 1 year, there has never gone a time, 365 days, when we have not been able to interact with our students. We have a very good one-to-one rapport with our students for our BBA students and our MBA students. We have virtual webinars and guest lectures. We call industry expert in your field, so that whichever field you are in, you can get a better exposure. So we also have a virtual talent hunt, which means that we also encourage cultural aspects of the student, whether it is singing, dancing, because we do know that a student is made up of knowledge around the subjects, yes, but at the same time we also believe in culturals. Then we have all the online club activities. This is for this year when we have gone online. Otherwise, the club activities are held in our college, and we do them on the stage, and we rehearse for a better club activity. So it could be release of magazines, it could be online debates, online quiz, online presentation, online viva, you name it, and there is nothing that has remained untouched. Then we have mentoring sessions, we have counseling sessions, we have grooming sessions. So grooming sessions means we work on your soft skill before you go for an interview, before you go for your internships. We provide internships, so that is something we do here at Amity. There is group interactions, like I said, that we place you in teams so that your teamwork can be improved. We also have virtual teaching platforms, so the teams that we are in right now, so we use this for teaching or purpose also. So let me show you some of the webinars that were held. It's impossible. We have almost 1 or 2 webinars happening every week. So, but I've been able to present something on this slide. So there is, tips to navigate through campus recruitment. Then there is something on interview skills and interview navigation process. We have something called as personal brand building. We had a webinar on personal brand building. How do you project yourself as a brand? You as a person, of course, there is a branding for product and service. So how do you project yourself as a brand? So personal brand building. There was a webinar on digital transformation. There was one on self-assessment, your own SWOT analysis, your own self-assessment. How do you do it? So it was experiential learning where students were put across a test and they were able to do their self-assessment. So these are some of the webinars we had. Then this one is very, very interesting. All this work is done by our students clubs. So I have few of the posters which we have done in the student club. So we have a cultural club, we have an entrepreneurship club, how to get into new ventures. So we have an entrepreneurship club, we have a finance club, we have a HR club, human resources club, we have a marketing club, and we have a techno club. So these are all the clubs. You can get into one of these clubs, you can shape yourself into what you want to be. Okay, so finally, I think based on B School education and based on what we do at Amity, these are our social media pages. So you can follow any one of it, and we have a quick inquiry form. Sunil sir, would you want me to show the Facebook page, sir?
Yeah, please. It's for the students' benefit. Please show.
Yes, yes. So, there is a quick inquiry about, you may have any clarification about our management education, about our business education. So we have a page called bangalore.agbs.in. We have a Facebook page. We update all our student, activities, all our events, and so on the Instagram. So I think it's yes.
Meanwhile, while you're showing, I just tell you, students, this is actually again, madam was all these things. What she was highlighting is about shaping up your career. That's very important. See, we have given only the glimpse of it, what is there in future, how it is important. But we conduct this every week. We keep on giving a lot of information for this to shape the career or to build the students' professional life. Okay, so please do keep attending all the webinars, and also I request before we going to the end of the session question answer, I request maximum students can switch on your cameras if possible, and so that we can take a photo of it. So also we do this in our Facebook and Instagram, so it looks great for us. So can you please switch on your